Hello everyone and welcome back to Bath Garden Center. Today we're diving into an awesome gardening technique called lasagna gardening. So come on, let's get into it. Lasagna gardening, also known as street composting, is a method where you build your garden in layers. You're essentially creating a compost pile in place where you're wanting to grow. Over time, these layers will break down, creating healthy, rich soil that your plants will love. And the best part is you're recycling yard scraps, food waste, and other compostable materials. Now that you know what lasagna gardening is, let's chat about some of the benefits you get from using this method. First off, lasagna gardening is great for weed prevention. Because we start with a layer of cardboard, it smothers the weeds right from the get-go, and less weeds are likely to pop up throughout the season. Next up, this type of gardening is great for water retention. If you live in areas that are dry and arid or simply have water restrictions in your area, this type of gardening could be a great solution. Lastly, because the layers that we use in lasagna gardening will break down into rich, beautiful compost, your need for fertilizer will be significantly reduced. Also, the soil will be fertile, rich, and easy to work with, which is always a plus. So, what materials do you need to get started with lasagna gardening? Well, let's get into it. First things first, you'll need lasagna noodles, red sauce, ricotta cheese, and I'm just playing. You'll actually need a gardening hose, shovel, cardboard and newspaper, twine or rope, and rocks to build a border if you desire. And you'll need organic material, which is the most important part of lasagna gardening. Organic materials can consist of food scraps from your kitchen, coffee grounds, leaves and grass clippings, mulch, aged animal manure, and anything else that you can come up with that will be compostable. All right, let's start building your lasagna garden. The first step to build your lasagna garden is to lay out your garden borders. To do this, you can use rope or twine or even the stones or wood to create a border. Just make sure that you have enough space for all the plants you plan on planting. The dimension of your lasagna garden is truly up to you. It can be as small as 3 by 3 or as big as an acre. Now that you've decided your borders, it's time to start laying the layers. The first layer is going to be cardboard or newspaper. This will smother any weeds or grass that are underneath the bed and encourage earthworms to start working the soil. Make sure to soak this layer really well so that the cardboard and newspaper can start to break down. After the first layer is down, it's time to start alternating between brown and green layers. Brown layers consist of things like dried leaves or newspaper scraps, and green layers consist of things like food scraps or grass clippings. Now we use two different layers because the brown layers will provide carbon and the green layers will provide nitrogen, which when working together will break down and help create your compost. A note for when you are adding your layers, you're going to want to make sure that your brown layers are roughly twice as deep as your green layers, and you want to add about 2 to 3 layers of each type of material. Now that your layers have been put down, it's time to let nature do its thing. Over time, the organic material will cook, creating amazing compost. It's important to keep your lasagna garden slightly moist throughout the season so that it can break down efficiently. Here in Colorado, the best time to start your lasagna garden is right now during the fall. Because during the winter, the freeze and thaw cycles will help decompose everything more efficiently, and because the rain and snow will also keep your lasagna garden nice and moist. Now, fast forward to spring when your garden has decomposed into beautiful compost. It's time to plant. Simply dig and plant like you would in any other garden bed. Now, you might be wondering, how do I maintain my lasagna garden? It's truly simple. Just add new layers of brown and green materials every fall. And there you have it, folks, how to build your very own lasagna garden. We hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you like plant content, make sure to subscribe. We hope that you have a great rest of your day, and happy lasagna gardening!